Yo, sound check. What's up? What's up? Esmo, that one working for me, dude? I haven't done a live for ages. I think there might be a small delay too. Hope you guys can see the screen. I'm gonna be adding to the red list today. I'm just gonna jump in and do my 10 daily charts. I'll talk a little bit of shit in there as well, but yeah, anyone got any questions, just hit us up. Hopefully that sound is good. I'm wondering if I should put any. What do we got? Should we put some songs on just gently in the background? Let's go to liked songs. Desktop audio. All right, when I'm talking, so I'm gonna make sure that sound looks all right. Cool. I'll leave beats on like super low if they're going too high. Let us know, because then I'll just turn them off. All right, sweet. Let's get some. I might post it in. I don't even know how to find it. I can't bother. I don't care if anyone watches. Alright, let's have a look. BTC. I'm going to turn the music off because it's going to piss me off, I think. So let me just turn that off. Sorry, Lauren Hill. Alright, let's. Alright, that's all working. Sweet. I might bring that calculator up too, because breeding just got profitable on pega. I'm guessing that's where most people are probably going to come back from more. That's what they're kind of caring about. I can bring viz charts over as well. I just have to drag them across the screen. Sorry, protein shake. Started a new sauce for United 45. Sorry, it's me just drinking my protein shake. It's fucking terrible. I'm put myself on mute. Hang on. Up at the gym at 5 a.m. Got 45 days, 2 exercises per day. Need to lose some of these fucking COVID kilos. All right, BTC. First thing we need to look at before we look at any other sort of market. What we've got here. If anyone's new to TA and wants any sort of pointers, just hit it in the chat. I'll 100%. Is a video going to be uploaded later? I'm guessing it does. I got no idea. I got no idea how YouTube Live works. I'm guessing it probably uploads later as well. So, don't know. We'll find out what happens. All right, BTC. The thing is that it's pretty time sensitive with charting. I'm probably going to go through and we'll find some things that'll put alerts on. We'll go through. I don't have a whole lot of time. I got maybe an hour at the most. It depends on what we're looking at. I haven't been really charting and trading too much, so I loaded up an OKX account just with $1,000. I'm going to try and run a YouTube series and see how far we can run that up using correct risk management and good TA. So, sorry to smash the microphone. BTC, first thing we need to look at. So we've got this level here, 40,865, thereabouts. If we're looking, we start off, I always start my charts in the daily, especially so we can see like, we can see significant closes, and the higher time frame you go up, right? So like daily is more significant than the 4 hour, 4 hours more significant than the 1 hour. It just gets more significant. I like the daily. Weekly is the overall kind of trend starting to look pretty good. You can see this whole area here where we did come down to, but I do like the daily. Like daily is my normal go-to start. So in this channel, I guess it's a wedge, you could probably call it, multiple touches up and down. We've come here, and always when we break these, or most of the time when we break these big channels, or where wedges or bull flags, bear flags, whatever you want, levels of resistance, which is the top of this channel here, most of the time they do get broken with those big candles and a bit of extra volume. Thing is that there's not much extra volume here, but big candles to push through, which is good. And we've closed above, still sitting below the 50 moving average. We've got a death cross. I would like to get back above that. However, the first thing we needed to get past was that 40,865 mark, which we've got here. So we've closed above that on the daily, which is good. We've held there for 2 days. If we go back below it, back bearish again. If we hold above it and start creating new market structure, then going to be bullish. So what I want to see in the next sort of couple of days on this is that break above here, come up and retouch that 200 and create that nice new market structure, so we're getting those higher highs and higher lows. We're a 3 of 9 count for me. Nice big 9 by doji there, would have done you well. But just waiting, there kind of seems to be some indecision. Like we've broken this level of support, but we haven't got that next run up yet. Let's have a look at the dominance, which is always fun to watch. And we're sort of in the middle. I can probably pull this level down a little bit now. Do it to the daily. So dominance. If you don't know how dominance sort of works, like when this goes bearish, that's when we see alts have their run. When this mate goes bullish, that's when we see alts get slapped. And normally happens when BTC does any sort of violent move, up or down. Either way, we normally see the dominance. That's when it normally spikes up. When alts have their run, you get these massive just sell-offs or downward in the thing. So it's kind of double bottomed here. Like if we're looking for like areas where we're going to see alts have their run, it's when this is higher, starting to peak out in the RSI. We want to run this whole way down, and I don't think we get to go down that much further with alts. So with that, I think a lot of the coins aren't going to be beating BTC, so you're better off just trading BTC. There's no point trading alts. You could trade perpetuals and other things, but if the BTC pairings aren't beating Bitcoin, why aren't you just trading Bitcoin? Because you're losing the percentage gains on top. You touch on Death Cross, VizTA, let's go. Hey Feb's got on. We will do VizTA. I'll run over and do that in a sec. So Death Cross is, let's go back to BTC, is when we're getting, so we got the 50 and the 200 moving average. The 50 is this blue line, the 200 is here. Death Cross is when the 50 goes back below the 200 moving average. So Golden Cross is the opposite way around. So like here, probably if we're going to see it better, we look at the start of the last bull run. And we get the Golden Cross. So we've got the 50 moving average, which is the shorter time period, sitting above the 200, which is the right way up. And then you see once they're both this way up, like this was back in May 2020. And we sat all the way up, right? And we just sat and just held this 50 moving average as support. And we got that lower high here. We did come back, right? But we got the Death Cross, stayed below it until we broke above. And then Golden Cross didn't really go anywhere. So those two pulled apart pretty far. But we're kind of just flip-flopping back around. This is what you really want to see, where it really pulls away and we start using that 50 as support for the next massive run-up. SLP, ETH is such a good chart to look at this on. The chart I spent way too much time looking at. We're going to do 4 hours. Death Cross here. So you can see the Death Cross, all right, was back. It had already started. That's a 4 hour Death Cross we want. This is the one that just can't get past. So this is a bit closer to the high here. We had the Death Cross. We get that 50 moving average crossing below the 200s, right? So the 200s is the gold one here. And ever since there, it's been acting as resistance, right? So when you see the Golden Cross and you get the 50 moving, crossing the good way, so you get the blue line on top of the gold, it gets used as support. We saw the same thing that a second ago with Bitcoin, where it really pulled away. Let's just try and get back to it. If we go back to the daily, where you get this area here where they pull away and it acts as support the whole way up until it breaks and you get that lower high. If we're looking at it here, it does a similar kind of thing with the death cross where we've broken below. Obviously this is the exit point for Axie, which I did not do enough of. But we get the death cross here. Now ever since this death cross, every time that we've come back to this 50 moving average in the 4 hour, it gets rejected. Like this goes on. I have to zoom in because it just fell so far. Rejected. Every time we hit that 50 moving average, it just gets crushed. We finally get above, but we don't get the golden cross. So the golden cross would have been that blue coming back above the orange, which is so the 50 moving average will be trending above the 200, and then we would be looking at going back up. But it got right to there, got slapped down, and look what happened. Rejection. Try it again. Rejection. Even here, you can see where that candle closed. Like massive candle, but see where it closes? Straight below that 50 moving average. Resistance. However, have we fallen far enough that we get this blue moving average to come up? I'm going to have a look. Like 619 seems to be the level that we're going to have to get past. And if we can sit back above, bullish for SLP. Like it's doing some decent percentages, but you know, in the grand scheme of things, it still sucks pretty bad. Sorry guys, having my breakfast. Alright, how long have we been going for? 30 minutes. Alright. Let's I've got some stuff to do in about half an hour, 45. So let's go into perpetual. Is it the futures? Is it the perpetual swaps, the USD? This is what I want. Alright, so this is how I normally go through my charts. Like I haven't been trading that much, but we have got that new trading account set up, so probably not going to take any trades today, but I'm going to have lots of alerts set up for where I want to be buying and selling and things like that. Alright, so normally start off ADA. Do you guys want Viz first? We'll start off with ADA and we'll start on the daily. Alright, so I'll always start on the daily. The daily chart, have a look at the overall trend of where things are going, so you can see these moving averages on the daily, because it is way more significant than looking at things in the straight off from the 4 hour. So if we're bearish on the daily, I'm going to be bearish on the 4 hour. If we're bullish on the daily, I'm going to be bullish I'm going to be looking for buys on the 4 hour, and then delve down to the 1 hours. Do you guys want me to do Viz and PGX? Duplicate. See, I've posted all my Viz TA and my PGX TA in the price discussion. Let's have a look. There's that one. I've sent all of my TA across. I took a scalp on this and I retraded it. I'm still not convinced. I bought the 14.4 last night. I stayed awake. It was going to be such a strong level of support. Look at the top of this triangle, like how many times it was resistance, and look exactly where it came to. Like I was calling 14.4 when we were here in the chat. I was looking for it to come back and hold this daily trend. It fell out for a quick sec, but it is back in the trend. So if we're looking at it as what we would be doing like in the other stuff, and looking at it as a daily, like daily trends is still just intact, right? Just intact. As long as we close this at like 11 o'clock back inside that trend, and we don't start closing outside the trend and leave the daily candle with a massive wick to the upside, I still think we then go back and retest that 22 zone. I scalped here. I bought last night, took some profit this morning back in that box, because this box is a level of resistance. And I buy support and sell resistance, right? We had this box here because it was going to be support from this level all the way across. You could just drag that across, right? So anywhere in this level here. This was a 618 fib retracement, and this was the daily trend. So I was looking at that It did fall out. My next level was that massive level of support. That was going to be 14.4. I bought that and I sold this morning when I got home from the gym. So I'm still not. No, I bought some here to trade it up. I think it was about. We probably got about. It would have been in here somewhere. It was in this box. So let's say it was probably about 25%. So nice little gain. But still not convinced. This is the trend. It's kind of, we probably have to start drawing this in now here as that level of resistance. And I'm not going to be bullish again. And even if I'm bullish, it's only short term up to 22 again. So if we can close above here, sweet. If not, we're just making lower lows, lower highs. And then I'll be looking for the next lower low. This is probably going to hold pretty good for a double bottom at 14.4, if not 95. 9.5 cents probably going to be pretty good too. Hoping it doesn't fall in here. I think if we start falling below the 14, we just start hitting these lower levels. Where is... Let's have a quick look at the chat. How about on Viz? I just did Viz then, if you caught that one. Go on. No, best not to invest more money, but how volatile Viz, I'm regretting not flipping it. How do you mean with flipping the Viz? Like what I did last night? Like bought support to then like I was just trading Viz. I kept some of it as some of the profit in Viz and did some more breeds this morning. But yeah, I was selling pega all the way here, all the way up, all last week. Like everything, pretty much from where we are now, the whole way up. But this lower high here on the Viz. So look at the 1 hour. Like the 1 hour is not too bad. I still want to get past this level of resistance. We got all these wicks. 19 cent closes on the 4 hour. You can see the lower high here, and I posted that in, and there's a bearish engulfing on the 4 hour, and I posted this in the chat with some eyes, just like have a watch. I was exiting positions here from the run up because massive bearish engulfing, and then I exited somewhere around here, rebought at 14. So still trading it up and around, and then just burning it as I scalp and breeding more pegas. Yeah, that's it. It's buy low, sell high. The problem is that most people just hold through the high and then they'll sell after it's already come back. The thing is to be taking profit on the way up, or have your like 22 cents was on my major. Like that's where I took a bunch of profit when from the top of this, and that was like 56%. It's huge. Nice, dude. 10 peg is good. Go, and is it possible in the 20 cents possible in the upcoming hours? Yeah, man, anything's possible. It's market structure is still bearish though on the hourly. We're still bearish. I'm not even thinking about being bullish again until we start closing at probably 19 cents. You can see all these levels here to the left. Like you can see here, it's just like support. Every time it came here, it was just getting eaten up. Now, it's because it's been support and it broke through and fell down. It's now resistance. So like support becomes resistance once you break through it, and it flips on itself. So you can see like how much support there was here over to the left. All right. Let's quickly do PGX, and I'm going to start looking at these other things because I need to do my 10 charts. So this is at least chart number 2. And PGX. See, PGX is still good. Oh, this is a horrible chart. Let me just clean it. All right, let's clean. Don't need any of these things anymore. We see that descending triangle. I thought it was going to break up. However, let's have a look at this. All right, so now we're kind of just ranging. It did fall in. It did fall down here. Is that on the 1 hour? Let's have a look what the 4 hour looks like. Yeah, no, still good. This is when I think Corey posted in price discussion and he bought PGX at like 64 cents. And I was like, I'm bullish past 76. Because this is where I wanted to close past this level of resistance here. And you can see like it was support here, and then we just busted straight through first go. And it's just come down every single time. It keeps coming down. So we're kind of ranging in at the moment, and it doesn't really want to go past $1. That's also fine with me, but let's probably leave this. Let's try and get as many touches in as we can. We're probably ranging to the top of this wick. So anywhere between 75 and 92. And the thing is, it's a pretty good, like it's a 20% zone. Like it's juicy. Like, 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%. You compound that on itself. Pretty good. Nearly made like 100%. Probably made 100%, I guess. In like 3 or 4 trades. So super good zone. It's halfway in the middle at the moment, so I'm not really looking at anything. But the fact that candle closed like right on it is perfect. Deserve a sub. Are you on YouTube or Twitch? Hey, Febby's now on Twitch. I can't I used to use Twitch a bit for Axie, but haven't for ages. I'm trying to get those YouTube numbers up. So definitely sub, guys. Definitely sub. I'll be doing these daily. Mostly, I will have a quick look at the pega stuff because that's what most people are looking at. But I'm trying to get my trading account back up and running because I've been lazy and just living in the play to earn space. Not trading enough. All right. So what I'm looking for daily things, and I'm looking for levels of support and resistance first. So here we are kind of at support. ADA doesn't look too bad actually. Let's draw a trend. So I'll normally draw support and resistance and a trend. And I'll just flick through all these to see if they're looking at any point at the moment. So ADA looking, well, it's definitely decision time. And if it breaks this level of support, it's in so much trouble. I'm going to have to let some people know that are holding bags of ADA, because if it breaks this, like next stop's 39 cents. You can see here, like it was resistance, broke through, and it's just such a strong level of support. The same way here, right? So we're looking at this. It's got decision time soon, so it's got this downtrend, but it's got this level of support. So it's going to come to this, and it's either going to pop out, and then I'll be looking at it going back to the $2, or it's going to come to the bottom, fall out of here, come back, retest. If this level breaks and doesn't hold at the 99 cents, which is, it's pretty much a round number of $1, then we go back down to 40 cents. So things to watch for, and I'm interested in for ADA. What I would want to see is, are we going to look for a short? So I want an alert set here to double check. And the other thing I want an alert on is this trend line. So we've got this long downtrend. We've had 3 touches. It's going to come to a decision time in the next day or two. So as a trader, I don't want to bet that this is going to be, it's going to go up. I just want confirmation. So if we break this trend, even if we walk sideways, I'm then looking for the trade up, and I'm probably a little bit more bullish, but just need new market structure. If we break down from here, I'm looking then to short. All right, so if we break up and we come to the end here and we get a break, we're probably going to come to this level here, and it's going to have a pullback. Also, never financial advice on any of this. I don't think I put that at the start. I need to add that little thing in. So I'll be looking something for like here, and then trading up, and then just putting that below market structure. Looking for something about 2, 3 to 1. What I'm looking for here is if we do fall down and break, is while we're taking that short, and it'll be above, and then where I'll be looking to take profit is just before that level. So I got two choices here. Like, I don't really care which way it goes. I'm trading to stack more USDT over the next probably a couple of months until Bitcoin finds itself a direction. But I'm stacking Tether and stable coins for the next bull run. So it doesn't matter which way this one goes. We're gonna have a trade in the next what's that, 28th? Oh, is this daily? That's the 4 hour. 10th of Feb. 18th, 19th. So it might be a while till we get there, but we're going to at least probably by the end of the month. Maybe start of March. It could be a while before we get there, but it's going to be a trade either way. At the moment, looking pretty good for the breakup. Okay. Let's have a look. What else we got? Algo. Anyone got any coins for me to look at? Oh, that box fell. I haven't traded properly in so long. See, Adam's still holding this pretty decent uptrend. But this is pretty much what I do. I'll just go through and just have a look at the lists. Are we getting to anything? B-Trash. Did B-Trash really get back up to like $1,600? Sorry guys, I'm finishing my breakfast off. B-Trash. Wow, got back to 1,600 and went back down to 3. I honestly haven't been looking at the markets. Play to Earn's been so profitable. I just didn't even bother trading anymore because the money I had in my trading account, ROI was just way better. Putting it into Play to Earn, Axie, Peg Axie, pretty much anything else that you can find that's half decent. All right, Doji. Let's have a look. Kind of at the end. Meh, it's just sitting in the middle of nowhere. I do like it though because it can pump. Okay, what have we had here on dots? It's looking to be ugly. Let's delete everything off of here. Are we at any sort of... We kind of are. If we get to there. So we didn't quite get there here, but that's the level that I'll be looking at for dot. Pop a... like, that's not great. Yeah, I hate trend lines anyway. But I also am probably going to be interested in dot. So you got structure here, structure here, structure here. What's the chance if we look left? There's going to be more structure. Structure. That's pretty much about it. $21. So what I'm looking at for dot, I'm not interested until we close these boxes. So we're getting to decision time, but if we close in that box and then come back up, so what I'll be looking for this is the break, come back in the retest, and then that new market structure. So then buying the retest back here and then looking across left probably to, I'm going to say here or maybe even that point. And you can probably trade that zone. That's long, so we'll be looking at trying to get in on that retest, taking just before here. Good thing is you can keep that stop loss super tight, so you can get a nice, really good like 3.3 to 1 risk reward. But a lot of things got to happen before we can even get that trade in. All right, that's the chart. Let's just have a look at the daily. And let's go, but this is what I'm kind of looking for. And this is what I used to do all the time. Hey, thanks, Alex. I appreciate it, dude. Let's have a look. In Brave's new coin. What's Brave's new coin called? Yeah, I took all my trading account. I remember I started a new job back in like January last year, and I was just like, all right, cool. I gotta concentrate on this new job. So I dumped my whole trading account into Axie, which was a really good decision. In hindsight, it was a great decision. Really, just I was moving my whole trading account over, and anything that I wasn't really using, I just popped it all into Axie. And it was it was like January, February. So it was about 4 months in before the herd came in July. Although I just didn't take enough profit in July. I should have taken way more. I still got a bunch of teams, still got a bunch of scholars. BAT. So basic. How do they not have BAT on OKX? So just USDT. So what's the new coin on BAT? See, look, it's still holding like a reasonable uptrend. Like it's still, multiple touches. I don't like all this mess. But it is back on trend. It's just so weird and spiky. However, look at the volume. You can see here like similar kind of volume, but now it's sort of died off. So maybe buying back from trend, but for me, just not that interested until probably we get closes. We got structure here to the left. Same kind of thing. Maybe looking at trading it if we can get back above both these, back above the 50 moving average on as well. If those two can sort of come together, I'll really want 95. So I guess I could just pop let's see if we can pop this, and I'll chuck an alert on. It'll definitely be worth looking at if we can get back here, and then the same kind of thing, right? So we're going to be coming back, buying that retest, looking to trade up. It's just so much, I don't know, just so much movement and just ugly market structure. Like look at the whole thing. It's just gross market structure. What you need is something like ETH with like nice, beautiful, clean market structure, which is probably something we should have a look at now. Lower lows, however, is this the time where we start making some new structure? You can see ETH just nice, especially on the 4 hour. I love trading ETH the 4 hour. Just look how well it trends. Just if it's bullish, it's bullish. If it's bearish, it's bearish. Like I should be trading ETH way more. Like you can just see like how bullish it is, and then it just trends beautifully. I really should be trading ETH a bunch more. You can see here the 50 moving average. We had that sort of the golden crossway. We can see here it just holds a support. Now we're looking at it and it's just resistance, right? Resistance. Now we're getting back to the middle, and we're above the 200 too. Yeah, I like that. I just don't like the way it trends. Let's go daily. We've got to be getting close to my 10 charts. We'll see if we can find something. Let's find some random coins. LTC. Yeah, looks like shit. Luna. Had a massive blow off top, didn't it? Just dropped like 50% back. What was I watching? A Matic. All my alerts are going off. All the alerts. So this could be time to short. So I know. Short me. So the same way as we look at for longs, where I'm looking at trying to find levels of support. I'm just looking the same thing for resistance, right? So with Sol, I'm looking for resistance points to short back down, because if it makes a new lower low from here, like where are we realistically looking? Probably here. In this zone, somewhere into here, around about the $49, $50 mark. So if we come back up, like what I'm looking for with this is to come back and hit this, and then we get that lower low, which would then be where we take profit on the next leg down. It's just failed to hold this level of support, bearish market structure all the way through. So I'm looking to most likely short this. What it would look like would be, if we get back to here, hopefully it's somewhere around near trend, and take profit a bit more. You might get a nice little 4-to-1 risk reward. You can keep that super tight, and doesn't matter how much percentage this is down. Like it's 60% drop. It's all about that risk reward. Like that's where you make your money. So this is how much. The higher this is, the better you are. Like it doesn't matter how much percent. This could be a 3% move. It's all about the risk reward. Matic. Let's have a look. Let's go back to the Matic chart. Let's delete everything that I was looking at. We are looking a bit crook. We had this trend. We broke. What else we got? Levels of support. Kind of fell through. It's kind of made like a little bit of new market structure. Like on the 4 hour, it definitely has. We're making slightly higher highs, but where's that level? It's so choppy. I hate these wicks. How do I? I like line charts sometimes, just so I can find these points. If we get above, we're good. However, it's probably going to be this point here. So, Matic, technically a higher high, but kind of just ranging in between this. If this comes back, I'll be looking for it to go back and have another crack at this trend plus this line here. So this is where I want my alert. But have we retraced? All right, so we need to draw some fibs. We're holding that 236. Where else we got the 50? Let's see, the 38 is probably going to be around about where that moving average is as well. So it might come up. You can see here, you know, sometimes when we looked before at the moving averages being levels of resistance, it can come back and be support as well. I don't think it's retraced enough yet for it to go up. It sort of just touched the RSI here. We had that 9 sell-off back at structure. Like has to get past this first, so it has to make that new high. So it's got to go at least to like $1.80, and then I'll be looking at that $1.92 for the next level. And yellow lines. So the yellow ones, the horizontal ones, are support and resistance. It's just where price has been before and where there's been significant price. So you can draw support and resistance, and you're always looking left to try and confirm that there's where price has been before. Just gives you more. It just tells more of a story. This is where sellers have been. This is where they still are. And the other ones that are sort of diagonal and things like that are just trend lines. So you can see just multiple touches every time that it's come back to it. It's made its move to the next one up. Okay. I'll do a couple more charts. I got 5 minutes. Let's run through. Anyone want me to look at something else? So we got a couple of setups just waiting already. Just wait and see what happens. Ripple. Did they win their court case or not? Token still looks dead. 1 inch. Did that really get to $11? Fuck, what a blow off top, eh? An absolute massive blow off top. However, let's have a look. See, when you zoom out on the daily, you can already start to see where I'm looking. Points. So we draw in support. Been here, multiple touches. However, looking like a broken support, come back, retested. This candle still got 17 hours on it. I hate that they don't use the same like 11 a.m. my time switches. Still looks pretty cooked, but getting to the end of a trend that we broke it. Are we going to walk a little bit sideways, maybe in between like this level for a bit, and then you can either trade short if it breaks down to the bottom, or you can trade the top up. Probably just going to leave it. Let's have a look. Ave, how much it fell? My God, what is Algld? Is this the is this Adventure Gold? AGLD? I don't know. That looks like shit. Just lower and lower. Just lower and lower. Lower lows. Got nothing. Yeah, XRP, just, there's a court case forever. Yeah, 1 inch crazy, right? And is there anything I'm gonna have a look at before I go? I do have to get out and do some real life stuff, but it's been good hanging out. 45 minutes, looking at some charts. We set some nice alerts up. We'll keep going through the list, so we're into other. So I'll go through the rest of the list tomorrow. I'm gonna jump on every day. Ooh, AXS. It looks good, hey. Like I bought AXS at 47 and been staking it. It's so close. It is so close. 65. Yeah, I got in at 47, I think. So I was pretty low in. You can see here, back to the left. That was the area. We can create a new market structure. Still get 80% on Katana or whatever they call over in Axie. When you see a candle like that, do you include it with info? Do you mean the one on 1 inch? This candle? It's what it is. Like, what is it? Like, that's just crazy, right? Look at that wick. It's huge. 4-hour candle. What is it? How fast did it actually go up? Was it over multiple? No, it seems to be like one candle. Crazy. 100% candle, 1 hour. Alright, that's probably going to do me for today. We'll jump on and do some more lives. Quick look at Viz. I sold already, so I don't really care which way this goes. I'm looking for it to come back down to be rebuying, but until we get a clear lot of new market structure, I'm staying away. Hopefully breeds can still be profitable. At the moment we are still just profitable. 114. I bred some of my 2 of 3, so the 3 of 3, because you can make an extra $114. You lose about $70 in the marketplace from the 3%, but yeah, still free money. So yeah, I bred some of them this morning. But as long as we don't go back down to the third breed not being profitable, I think we're good. So we just need to make sure. Well, just keep an eye on, and what I'm keeping an eye on as one of the indicators is when that third breed becomes not profitable. All the people with breed farms. All right, so I've got a breed farm. I was breeding 4, selling 2. Now I'm breeding 3, selling 2, but I'm selling one of the parents to then redo the whole next farm. So I can sell 1 virgin, 1 parent. I breed 3 times. I end up with 2 new virgins at the end. I get to keep one of the parents for free. And all the money that I sell, I can rebuy the viz back to start the whole process over again. So I think that's why a lot of the people why viz is going up, because there was enough people coming in that you could breed, and it's the breeders that were breeding were going back into the market and buying viz. It wasn't just new people coming in. It was all the people doing that, and the more that they bought the viz and the more that people bred and expanded out like that with like the 3 or 4 breed farms, it just kept pushing the price of all the pega up, which is the things that they were selling, and eventually got to a point where people just weren't willing to pay that much for a new pega to enter the markets, and we hit the roadblock at that lower high and dropped a decent chunk. It was fun to watch the price discussion channel. Verbs, your pega. Have you got one, or do I need to give you another one? All right, I am out. Got things to do. It's 9:30 my time. All right, I'll see you guys on tomorrow, and be talking shit in the